So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Riaan here, and today it is time for me to bring you a FIFA 19 top tips video. Today, I'm going to be bringing you 12 players that you guys can all sign in Road to Glory career modes. These are all extremely young players with high potentials that are very, very cheap to buy at the start of your career mode saves. Not all of them are available in the very first transfer window, but a couple of them will still be cheap enough for you to be able to buy them in January or maybe even going forward into a second season of your Road to Glory saves, obviously taking a team from a lower division up to the top with the help of cheap players at the start that will then grow into your series. If you go on to enjoy the video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new. But I would like to say a massive thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you don't know what it is a news app where you can focus on specific clubs that you like. If you support a certain team, you'll get push notifications on your phone about that team with transfer rumours and score updates, etc. You can download it with the link down in the description below. But the first player in this video is Abdoulaye Darboe, someone who got a little bit of recognition towards the end of last FIFA. He wasn't on the game right at the start of FIFA 18, I don't believe. Came onto a little bit later on, and he is the definition of like a hidden gem. Like, he is a Road to Glory hidden gem in the sense that he doesn't play for a big team, so it's perfection. And if he has a release clause at the start of the game, you can get him for like £1.5 million on a release clause. So obviously that's quite a lot if you're like a League 2 side, but if you are starting with a League 1 team or maybe a second division French team, this guy is going to be perfect. Now, I will not lie to you, in terms of actual attributes, I would probably say put him in central midfield. It's his second position, but to be honest with you, I don't think he would develop into a ridiculously good winger. He'll have some pace and he'll have some decent dribbling ability, but I think his passing and his lack of skill moves on weak foot mean that potentially he's a little bit better as a central midfielder. It's up to you. The fact that these players are so young means you can mould them into whatever you like with the use of training. Ampadu here from Chelsea, as well as the second player in this video. He can play as a centre-back or as a defensive mid. He's got some decent passing stats, so if you do want to mould him into that holding midfielder, that powerful central mid instead of a centre-back traditionally, then you can go ahead and do that, and you can just play him there. He's 63 overall at the start of the game, playing for Chelsea, and you can pick him up for around about 800k or 700k at the start of the game. From Wales, a very, very decent player. He is probably I think he is one of the most popular English choices or English-based choices for a Road to Glory signing at the moment, especially as far as centre-backs are concerned. You'll see a lot of people suggesting him in comment sections on people's videos, and generally speaking, I think he's worth the hype. He's definitely someone I would recommend picking up, along with this guy here, Ryo Griffiths. Often strikers can be quite expensive when it comes to FIFA 19, so if you're wanting to pick up a really cheap option, then Ryo Griffiths is a great shout. He actually plays, interestingly, for an English player over in Lyon. Says he joins Jadon Sancho on a list of English youngsters playing abroad right now, which is really nice to see, to be honest with you. Getting a taste of different cultures and also playing in different footballing environments might make them develop in a different way. But Ryo Griffiths, another player you can pick up for around about 600 or 700k at the start of a career mode save. 61 overall and has a potential to grow to 84, I do believe, in career mode. So definitely someone to pick up, definitely someone I would recommend. His finishing is pretty good for a player of his age. I think it was about 64 as you saw on the previous page, but 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, a little bit of a turn off. High attacking work rate is always nice as well, but yeah, just a shame about the skill moves and weak foot potentially. Next up, we've got Brandon Baye. I think I'm pronouncing that right, not entirely sure, but the Club Bruges holding midfielder is another decent option for a Road to Glory, especially if you're doing one in somewhere like France, or even if you're doing one in England and you want to pick him up in the Championship. Might not be too realistic in League 2 or in League 1, obviously, but if you're doing a French one, this guy might well be a very decent choice. As I mentioned, playing for Club Bruges, decent passing and tackling attributes on this guy, as you would expect for a holding midfielder. He is a very traditional, no-nonsense holding midfielder. A lot of his more flair attributes aren't that high right now. They will grow into maybe the light greens when he's reached his potential, which is 83, but for the moment, he is very no-nonsense, high defensive work rate, 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, just a very decent and powerful player, especially once he reaches his potential. Another one worth roughly 400 or 500k as well, even as cheap as that. Riaan Brewster, slightly more expensive here, is the 62 overall Liverpool striker. He's more like 700k or 800k, but if you've got the cash to splash on a striker, he is another one that I would definitely recommend. A bit more pace as well than Ryo Griffiths from Lyon, decent balance and agility on this guy as well. His finishing is 64, but for me it should should be a lot higher. He should actually have a higher overall as far as I am concerned. Was a Golden Boot winner, I do believe, in one of the England youth tournaments over the summer. Like a World or Euro tournament, so in my opinion, he should be a lot better as far as an overall is concerned. I think his potential is alright. His potential is 84, could maybe stretch to 85 or something, but his overall should be higher than 62. 18 years of age, it does though make him very cheap. He's another player, as I mentioned earlier, you can pick up for 700k, high attacking work rate, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. From one end of the pitch to the other though, now we've got a goalkeeper, Sonny from Auger, or Leighton, I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce this guy's name either. 60 overall goalkeeper. Look at how tall this man is. It's actually ridiculous. He's 18 and he's 6'6", as you'll see on his player information in a moment. Obviously, his goalkeeping stats aren't the greatest. He's only 60 overall. He has a potential of 82, and you can get him for something stupid like 400k. If you're doing a French road to glory, I would highly recommend getting this guy as a goalkeeper. Like, he is a very, very decent pickup. 6'6" as well. He's so tall, and goalkeeping is so easy to train on career mode that if you need him to be about 4 overall higher or something like that, you can easily make it happen. Probably in the first month of the season. So definitely someone I would recommend. Very cheap. Sonny Leighton there of Auger, or Leighton, 60 overall. Another striker though now, Josh Sargent, the American playing for Werder Bremen, 64 overall. Good acceleration, sprint speed and agility like we saw on Riaan Brewster earlier. Another player who's a little bit more expensive, maybe like 700 or 800k at the start of a career mode save, but still very much affordable. Someone I would definitely recommend using if you're going to do a German road to glory. The third tier of German football is on FIFA as of the last edition of the game, so they are very good. Those German teams down in the third tier of German football are very good to use for a road to glory these days, and Josh Sargent is someone that would fit in perfectly for that. High attacking work rate, 3-star skill moves, and 3-star weak foot on him. He has got a potential to grow to 84. Like a lot of the players actually in this video, I think half the players in this vid have got a potential of 84, so he'll grow really well, and again, he'll grow as your team goes up through the divisions. That's the key thing that you want from these road to glory players. Rhys James is the next one. This is a weird one because there was a Rhys James who used to play for Wigan about 2 years ago, and now there's another one who's a completely different person. It's baffled me, but this is Rhys James, the right back, as opposed to Rhys James, the left back, who used to play for Manchester United. He plays for Wigan. Honestly, I don't know what it is with Rhys Jameses and Wigans, but yeah, 64 overall at the start of the game, and plays a right back or as a centre back. Interestingly enough, you might even want to deploy him as a bit of a holding mid. He's got really good defensive stats, but he's also got really good passing stats as well, and his crossing isn't that great. So if you want to, unless you want to train it, if you want to train his crossing, that's fine, but otherwise it might be better having him as a holding mid or a centre back rather than a full back. He's got 64 as an overall. He's got a potential to grow to 84, playing for Wigan Athletic in the Championship, and certainly someone I would recommend. Again, £500,000 maybe to pick him up in the first season. Anthony McDonald is next up, the first of 2 Scottish players in this video. He plays for Hearts, or Hearts of Midlothian, 62 overall, right mid, who can also play as a number 10. Good acceleration, sprint speed, agility and balance, ball control, shot power, dribbling, free kick accuracy and curve, also in the yellows as far as technical attributes are concerned. 62 overall, and would you believe it, has the potential to grow to 84 in career mode. He's 17 years of age at the start of the game, and probably another one who costs about 700k to pick up in the first season. And I think he developed right at the end of FIFA 18. He isn't new to this game, I don't think, but he was there right at the end of FIFA 18, jumped on the scene. High attacking work rate on him, 2-star skill moves and 2-star weak foot is really annoying though for a winger. I think a lot of people like to have at least 3-star skill moves on a winger, and certainly 3-star weak foot is ideal as well. Now though, we've got Lars Lucas Mai. This is the third to last player in this video. The German centre-back has got really good strength actually for a 64 rated 18-year-old. Very tall as well, good physical presence, good interceptions, jumping, stamina, and his reactions are good as well, but obviously his strength is that key attribute there. Marking, stand tackling, slide tackling, and heading accuracy, all traditional attributes for a young centre-back, are already there, so you don't really have to train those into him whatsoever. But the man who broke into the Bayern Munich starting 11 every now and again towards the end of the season last year is now 64 overall and has been increased in potential. He can now grow to 84 in career mode. 6'3", so as I mentioned, decent physical presence, presence in the heart of that defense. And if you're doing a Bundesliga career mode, at least try and bring him in on loan, or a third Liga, like a third tier German career mode. I would definitely recommend trying to get him on loan, maybe even buying him at the start of a save. But ultimate player is Willem Gnabry. Now this is another guy, or one guy, that you can't bring in your first transfer window because he's just left Lyon to go to AS Monaco. Very pacey customer though. He's a striker, 16 years of age only, 64 rated, good ball control, dribbling, finishing crucially, as well as shot power and volleys on this guy as well, meaning that he could be quite a fun player to use actually when he reaches his potential, which as things stand is 86, so one of the best potential players in this video. However, that does mean he's one of the more expensive players, cost you about 800 or 900k to bring him in. Obviously you can't sign him in the first transfer window, so that value might go up by the time you're arriving at a second season. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, not the greatest work rates, but I'm sure you could always do that in the formation or tactics section. But finally, I alluded to the point there might be another Scotsman in this one, and here he is. Billy Gilmour, the central midfielder from Chelsea, is new to FIFA this year and new to the updates. If you use the default squads, you will not have this guy in career mode. However, if you use the latest download updates, then you will have this guy in your saves. Can play as a central mid and as an attacking mid as well. Good dribbling, ball control, long passing and short passing, as you would expect for a centre mid. 61 overall at the start of the game and has a potential to grow to 84 in career mode. He's even got a trait as this guy, very rare as far as this video is concerned. He is a long passer, which is brilliant. You might want to make sure that his long passing is very good throughout the entirety of his career if he's going to actually carry out that trait. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, medium attacking and defensive work rate for him. He is the final player of 12 really great guys to use though in a Road to Glory save. All of them very cheap at the start of the game, very young, and will grow crucially with your teams as you progress through the division. So as I said, we'd recommend getting any of these guys. Just make sure it's a little bit realistic depending on the league that you're playing your Road to Glory in. That though is going to wrap things up. If you've enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Apart from that though, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.